There is a profound truth hidden in plain sight, one that separates those who rise to greatness from those who remain ordinary. It is the truth that silence holds more power than speech, that concealment guards more treasure than disclosure, and that the most successful among men and women do not shout their intentions to the world, but rather let their actions speak in silence. Never tell people what you do, for in the moment you disclose your plans, your vision, your strategy, you surrender a part of your power. You offer to the world what should remain yours until the results themselves become undeniable. Why is this important? Because the mind is a delicate garden, and every idea you plant is a seed of possibility. The moment you expose that seed to careless hands, to skeptical minds, to doubting voices, you risk having it crushed before it ever grows. The world is full of those who cannot see what you see, who cannot feel the fire that burns within you, who lack the courage to dream at the level you dream. If you tell them too much, they will smother your flame with their disbelief, or worse, they will take your ideas and run with them themselves. The wise do not scatter pearls before swine, nor do they hand their blueprints to thieves. They guard their plans like a fortress until the time has come to reveal them through results, not words. Every thought you hold is energy. When you speak of it prematurely, you release that energy into the air. The excitement you once had weakens, because the mind begins to feel it has already accomplished something merely by speaking. How many people begin projects with fire in their spirit, but lose steam after telling everyone what they will do? They speak of their dreams so loudly that their subconscious mind feels it has already done the work. But nothing has been built, no sweat has been shed, no discipline has been exercised. What remains is empty words without the backbone of action. Keep in mind that not all who listen to you wish you well. Some smile in your face while secretly hoping for your failure. Others may not mean harm, but their lack of belief can infect you. Doubt is a contagious disease, and even one whispered suggestion that your dream is impossible can linger in your spirit like poison. By keeping silent, you protect yourself from doubt, from envy, from unnecessary resistance. Great victories are won in silence long before the world sees them. The farmer does not shout at the soil about the seed he has buried. He simply plants it, waters it, and allows time and nature to bring it forth. The seed does not announce itself to the field. It grows quietly, hidden in darkness, until the day it breaks through the surface, undeniable and strong. So too must your work remain hidden until it is ready to be revealed by its own strength. The discipline of silence is one of the most difficult to master because human nature craves validation. We want others to know that we are doing something important. We want applause before the performance has even begun. But those who need the approval of others before they act are never free. They are chained to opinion, bound to the praise or criticism of those who cannot see beyond the present. The man or woman of destiny acts in silence, guided by vision, fueled by purpose, and proves their worth not by talking about it, but by manifesting it. Understand also that mystery carries a power of its own. When no one knows your moves, they cannot predict you, cannot copy you, cannot interfere with you. They are left to wonder, and in their wonder you gain strength. A river moves quietly beneath the surface until it becomes a waterfall that cannot be ignored. A storm brews unseen before it breaks with unstoppable force. Likewise, your work should move quietly until the day it cannot be denied. There is another reason silence is powerful. It forces you to rely on your own conviction. If you are constantly telling others what you do, you lean on their reaction for strength. If they cheer you on, you feel motivated. If they doubt you, you feel weak. But when you keep silent, you learn to build strength within yourself, independent of outside encouragement. You become your own source of fuel, and nothing can take that away from you. Consider the lives of those who achieved greatness in any field. They did not broadcast every step along the way. They labored in obscurity, often misunderstood, often doubted. but they pressed forward quietly until the results forced the world to notice. The inventor does not tell the world about every failed experiment, every late night, every broken prototype. He reveals only the finished product, perfected through persistence. The builder does not announce the foundation stones. He waits until the structure rises, visible to all. The visionary does not spend his energy convincing others. He spends it creating until the vision stands on its own. You must understand that silence is not weakness. It is strength under control. Anyone can talk. Few can act. Words are cheap, but action requires sacrifice, consistency, and patience. When you refrain from talking about what you do, you free yourself to actually do it. Your time is not wasted on convincing others, on defending yourself, or on debating your worth. Your time is invested where it matters, in the work itself. Never underestimate how much energy is wasted in speaking about goals instead of pursuing them. Every minute spent explaining yourself to someone who does not understand is a minute stolen from your progress. Every word you speak about what you will do is a fragment of power you could have poured into actually doing it. Silence conserves energy, just as a great athlete conserves strength until the moment of performance. Even in relationships, the principle applies. People respect results more than explanations. If you tell them what you will do, they may nod politely or doubt silently. But if you show them what you have done, their respect is real, their admiration genuine. Results are undeniable, words are forgettable. The most powerful statement you can ever make is not, "I will do this," but simply doing it and letting the results speak louder than your tongue ever could. Now, some may argue, but what about sharing my goals for accountability? Understand this. Accountability is powerful when shared with those who truly support you, those rare few who believe in you, who hold you to a higher standard. But even then, choose carefully, for too much sharing invites interference. Speak only to those who earn the right to hear, those who have proven loyalty, those who understand the value of dreams. Never scatter your vision in public where it can be trampled by indifference or envy. Your silence will confuse some, intimidate others, and inspire respect from many. People will wonder what you are doing, why you are so focused, why you do not waste time boasting. That mystery is an advantage, for it sets you apart. While others waste their breath in talking, you move quietly forward, step by step, until one day you arrive where you intended all along. Never forget that time is the revealer of all things. What you do in private will one day be known in public, for results cannot remain hidden. The man who trains in silence will one day shock the world with his performance. The woman who works quietly will one day astonish those who never expected her rise. But this is only possible if you keep your plans sacred, if you never give them away too soon, if you learn the discipline of silence. There is wisdom in restraint. Restraint separates the wise from the foolish, the strong from the weak, the victorious from the defeated. To restrain your tongue is to master yourself. To master yourself is to master your destiny. Remember, every word spoken is either a deposit into your future or a withdrawal from it. When you speak prematurely of what you do, you withdraw energy that could have been invested into creation. When you keep silent, you compound that energy until the results multiply beyond imagination. So guard your dreams like treasure, protect your ideas like sacred fire, nurture your vision in silence, and when the time comes, let your results speak with the thunder of undeniable proof. Never tell people what you do. Show them instead, and let the world stand in awe of the power of your silence turned into action. Silence is not only protection, it is also a form of focus. When you keep what you do within yourself, you reduce distractions. You are not constantly forced to explain why you are doing something, why it matters, or why it will succeed. Instead, you use that time and energy to refine your vision, to sharpen your strategy, and to keep walking forward. Many people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they talk too much. They give away their vision in fragments until nothing is left. They lose the momentum that silence would have preserved. When you refuse to announce what you are doing, you remain aligned with the inner fire that fuels progress. That fire is not wasted by seeking approval, it is concentrated entirely on the work. The world we live in is filled with noise. People broadcast their every move on platforms for attention, telling others their plans, their projects, their next big thing. Yet most of these proclamations fade quickly, for words are easy to release but hard to sustain. You must discipline yourself to separate from this noise. Do not join the crowd that believes speaking about a dream is the same as building it. It is not. The crowd thrives on impressions, but greatness thrives on results. Those who stay silent and keep moving are the ones who rise while others remain stuck in the cycle of talk without action. Think about the way nature works. The deepest roots grow in silence underground, unseen by the world. Without those hidden roots, the tree would never stand tall. Your unseen efforts are those roots. They must be protected, nurtured, and hidden until the strength they provide becomes evident to all. If you were to dig up a seed every day to show others its progress, you would kill it. So too will you kill your progress if you keep digging up your plans to show them to others before their time. Patience, silence, and steady growth are your greatest allies. You must also consider how silence sharpens discipline. When you do not announce your goals, you create a private contract with yourself. You are no longer performing for applause, you are working for results. This develops an unshakable inner character because you are no longer motivated by what others think of you, but by the vision that burns inside you. You are not driven by external praise, but by an internal standard. That inner standard cannot be broken because it is yours alone, born in silence, protected in silence, and proven through action. There is also a power in surprising others. Nothing captures attention more than quiet progress that bursts forth suddenly. When people least expect it, you reveal through your results what you have been building all along. Their shock, their admiration, and even their envy will prove that silence has served you well. They may ask, "How did you do it?" And the answer is simple: you worked while they talked. You built while they doubted. You stayed silent while they sought attention. That difference creates an unshakable edge, one that few can ever imitate because it is forged in discipline. Never telling people what you do is not about isolation, but about strength. It does not mean you never share with anyone, but that you choose wisely, you guard carefully, and you never squander your vision in careless conversation. It is about recognizing that your energy is sacred, your ideas are precious, and your future deserves protection. The less you talk about what you do, the more power you retain to actually do it. And when the results finally reveal themselves, no explanation will be necessary, because the world will see with their own eyes what silence and persistence have produced. When you live by the discipline of silence, you begin to see how much clearer your thinking becomes. Without the clutter of outside voices, you hear your own ideas more distinctly. You are not drowned out by the opinions of those who neither understand your vision nor share your hunger. You are able to refine your strategy without interference, to adapt when necessary without being questioned, and to learn from your own mistakes without the burden of spectators. This clarity is priceless, for it allows you to move with precision and confidence. The fewer people who know your steps, the freer you are to take them without hesitation. Consider how many people abandon their dreams simply because they shared them with the wrong audience. They exposed a fragile seed to a cold wind of doubt, and the seed never grew. They believed that the approval of others was essential, but in reality it was destructive. When you understand the value of silence, You no longer need that approval. You build your vision privately, shielded from the storms of negativity, until it is strong enough to withstand any attack. It is also true that silence protects you from competition. When you tell others what you are doing, you invite them into your field of creation. Some may imitate you, some may try to outpace you, and some may even attempt to sabotage you. But if you guard your moves, no one can copy what they do not know, no one can outpace a plan they cannot see, and no one can sabotage a mission that remains hidden until the day of completion. Silence makes you unpredictable, and unpredictability is one of the greatest strengths you can possess. You must also learn to be comfortable with being misunderstood. People may assume you are inactive simply because you are quiet. They may even dismiss you, thinking you lack ambition or drive. Let them think what they will. For in the moment of revelation, when your results come forth, their assumptions will collapse instantly. It is better to be underestimated, and then surprise the world, than to be overestimated, and fail to meet expectations. Silence creates that advantage, because it keeps the true measure of your effort hidden until it is undeniable. Those who master the art of silence are often the most influential in the long run, because their lives are not filled with wasted talk. They pour every ounce of their spirit into action. They let their achievements carry their message, and their legacy speaks long after their words have faded. To practice this discipline is to place yourself in the company of the rare few who rise above mediocrity, who do not scatter their energy, and who understand that the greatest power is always revealed through action, never through empty promises. In every step of your journey, remember this truth: your silence is not emptiness, it is fullness contained. It is the strength of the wave before it crashes, the quiet of the dawn before the sun breaks through, the stillness of the arrow before it is released. If you hold your silence, you hold your power, and if you hold your power, nothing can prevent the world from witnessing the results you have built in secret. When you hold your plans and keep your work in the shadows, you train yourself in patience. Patience is the rarest of virtues in a world that craves instant recognition. The impatient soul wants to announce every small victory, every minor step forward, because it longs for attention. But the patient one understands that greatness is not measured in quick bursts of applause. It is measured in the quiet accumulation of steady effort. The patient one waits until the work is undeniable, and then allows the finished result to speak in a way that no speech ever could. There is also a deep inner confidence that grows when you stay silent. It is the confidence that you do not need the world to validate you, because you are already validating yourself through action. Confidence built in silence is stronger than confidence borrowed from applause. When your strength comes from within, no outside rejection can weaken it. But if your confidence comes only from what others think, it will shatter the moment they doubt you. Silence forces you to build confidence at its true source, your own persistence and belief. The most dangerous thief you will ever encounter is not the one who steals your possessions, but the one who steals your ideas. When you talk too much about what you do, you create openings for others to take what is uniquely yours. The idea you casually reveal may become the foundation of another person's success, while you are left with regret. Protect your creativity the way a king protects his crown, because it is the very thing that sets you apart. Every great idea is born fragile, and only when it has matured into results is it safe from theft. Silence ensures it survives long enough to bear fruit. In silence, you also discover who your true allies are. When you do not reveal what you are working on, you see who supports you simply because they believe in you, not because they are impressed by your ideas. This separates the genuine from the opportunistic. Those who love you for who you are will stand with you even when they do not know your plans. Those who only value you for what you can offer will drift away when there is nothing to take. In this way, Silence purifies your circle and leaves you surrounded by those who are worthy of trust. The power of silence is not about fear, nor is it about secrecy for its own sake. It is about wisdom. It is about knowing that every word spoken carries weight, every disclosure carries risk, and every idea deserves the protection of discipline. To never tell people what you do is not to live in isolation, but to live with discernment. It is to recognize that your journey is sacred, your energy is limited, and your time is too precious to waste on explanations. The day will come when your results will roar louder than any words, and when that day arrives, silence will prove itself to have been your greatest strength. In the end, the lesson is simple yet profound. Silence preserves strength, and action reveals truth. Every word you hold back is energy saved for the work that matters. Every plan you protect is a dream guarded against doubt, envy, and theft. To never tell people what you do is to honor your own vision, to allow it to grow in the safety of discipline until it is strong enough to stand on its own. Let your results speak for you, let your achievements be your answer, and let your silence become the foundation of a power that cannot be shaken. When the world finally sees what you have built, they will understand that your silence was not emptiness. It was the birthplace of greatness.